Good afternoon, everyone. This is Cyber Rain. Today we're going to be talking about popular jobs you should look out for cybersecurity in 2025. We're going to cover the general salary, the skills that are needed for these roles, and also what the general responsibilities of them all are. Now, this is focused mostly on entry-level roles for people who are just starting out in IT and want to get into cybersecurity, or for those who have been in IT for a while and want to transition into cybersecurity. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So first off on our list is the Information Security Analyst role. Now, this average salary nationwide is roughly about $102,000 a year, which is pretty amazing. This is more of a higher level managerial role because what you'll be necessarily doing is you'll be protecting computer networks and systems from security threats, checking for security breaches, investigating incidences, and keeping up with, IT security trends, making sure that your company is up to date on everything. And the general skills you'll need, not for the most part, will be system administration roles. So as long as you understand that and understand how ethical hacking works, you should be in a good spot. Now, this is an overgeneralization of it, but this is typically a medium to senior level role. So you already have experience in cybersecurity and IT, and you want to get a little bit higher level. This is one of those roles you should check out. Next up, we have penetration tester. Now, this is sort of the hot ticket. This is the hottest job out there for cybersecurity. It is also known as the ethical hacker. So what you would be doing would be simulating cyber attacks on companies' network, systems, or applications to test their security. And because of this role, it usually comes with a pretty high salary. The national average is close to $130,000, which is pretty amazing, but that also varies by location. The skills you probably need to know: you need to have a deep understanding of network protocols. You need to be proficient in operating systems such as Windows and Linux, Mac OS, but I would say Mac OS, if you're outside of States, you wouldn't really need to worry about that too much. You need to be familiar with popular pen testing tools such as Nmap, Metasploit, Wireshark. You need to have a strong grasp on scripting languages like Python and Bash. You need to be able to perform threat modeling. You need to be able to be really strong in technical writing, because you'll be doing a lot of reports to companies and explain why your system failed or why you were able to get into their system and how. Now, I will say that one of the best places in order to go online in order to learn how to be a penetration tester and in order to get that OSCP, which stands for Offensive Security Certified Practitioner. It's one of the certifications that every pen tester has, and a lot of companies require you at least have that. Hack the Box has a pretty great platform in order to learn and practice and even prepare for that certification. So if you want to go that route, I would check that out. Next, we have Information Security Specialist. So the average is around $120,000 for a salary, but for junior roles just starting out, expect to be closer to $65,000 a year, which is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. It's not six figures, but it's still pretty good. The general role for this and the responsibilities is you'll be monitoring for security breaches, maintaining system security, staying up with the current trends, and developing best practices or security standards, and help train users about security protocols. Now, that said, here are the skills you need to know. You'll need to know network security protocols. You need to be able to manage a firewall. You need to know IDS and IPS, or intrusion detection system and intrusion prevention system. You need to have good vulnerability scanning tool knowledge, so you need to know how to use them and how to read them. You need to at least understand how pen testers work. You need to be able to code and have pretty secure coding practices. You need to know how to use operating systems like Linux and Windows, SIMs, cloud security, and you need to have very strong analytical skills. So that in general is a lot of skills in order to go into. I went into a little bit more depth on this because this is typically the entry level role for cybersecurity and getting into that realm of IT. So usually a lot of people become information security specialists. So they're not necessarily security analysts yet, since that's a more mid-senior role, but these are like your fresh out of college or into grad school people who are just starting out and they know a lot about the basic theory and they need experience. So check out for those because those do come out a lot and a lot of people need them filled. And then next and last what we have on the list is the IT auditor. Now this salary varies a lot on location, but the median range is between $72,000 and $100,000. The general role for something like this is that you're going to ensure that a company's system is secure and is efficient, up to date. You identify weaknesses, ensure compliance, creating reports, and evaluating controls. So it's an auditing job, it's an auditor job. You're going to be looking at security as a whole. So with that, you'll need these skills. You need to be able to think critically, you need to be detailed oriented, time management is a must, compliance aware, interpersonal communication, strong technical writing, and strong knowledge of network protocols and firewall management. Now, this is not a hands-on technical role since it is mostly auditing for the security system in itself, but you do need to know a lot about cybersecurity in order to understand how everything is affecting and what is in compliance and what is not in compliance. I've never been really too interested in an auditor role, but a lot of people, if that's what you want to do, amazing. That is something that is still desperately needed, and some people make a whole career being the best auditors out there. So check those out. There's plenty of courses out there, such as Coursera, that for you to check out in order to brush up on those skills, in order to apply for those jobs. These are some of the hot jobs out there right now in cybersecurity. And that's all we have today, guys, for the most popular cybersecurity jobs that will be coming out in 2025. I would highly check out like Coursera, Hack the Box, or even check out Bootcamp if you want to in order to prep, in order to get into those roles for 2025. Cybersecurity looks like it's going to keep on growing. It's supposed to grow by 32% by 2030. So you want to get in the game. Let's brush up on those skills, get those resumes polished, and get ready for the new year. All right? You have a good rest of y'all's holidays, and stay tuned.